In this video, we're going to watch another lower eyelid tightening procedure, and it's quite an interesting video because we're going to show you not only the before and after this particular treatment, but the video we're going to show you has full sound, so you can appreciate the full procedure almost, if not better, than if you were there at this particular training session. And it's quite a useful video, and it's quite long. We're talking about a 30-minute long video, so take your time. There's a lot of information in here packed in this video. Some of it is repeated over on our websites, voltaicplasma.com and so on. So one thing that I'd like to bear in mind is that you don't need to treat the area symmetrically because you are going to require a number of treatments in order to achieve the results you want anyway. So it's better if you treat the both lower eyelids symmetrically, but it's not very important because then you're going to go through the other sessions anyway, so you can improve certain areas later on. What we're watching is the befores, and then we're going to watch the healing progression, which is very good, so you have an understanding of how the area heals. Remember that for a minimum of 3 months, the area must not be exposed to UV light, even with total sunscreen, in order to avoid any hyperpigmentation. In this case, as you'll see, there's no hyperpigmentation of any sort. Hyperpigmentation is very, very rare, but all the people who undergo the treatments have to do is just avoid that sun exposure, exposure to UV light for at least 3 months after the procedure. So sometimes, very rarely, people, once they've healed, they forget, and then they get exposed to sunlight, and then in rare cases they can develop this hyperpigmentation. So remember that. Also place the spots randomly is quite important as well, so you achieve quite good results that way. If you just place them in straight lines, then the pattern can be seen later on. As you'll see, there's no pattern that's shown on the after pictures. There's nothing shown at all, so that's also quite important. Then another thing to bear in mind is that yes, it's quite a long procedure, but you're going to get loads of information. Now this is the healing progression, so this is 1 day after, and you actually see it's very, very interesting as a video for a number of reasons, so that you can appreciate how the area heals, and so you have a lot of knowledge that way. And once again, if you have any question, just let us know. We're very keen to add more and more information according to what you need, so let us know, and then we'll be happy to, if we can, provide more information. We have several hundreds of hours of footage already published on voltaicplasma.com and our channel. So basically, with these videos, you can have a wealth of information and training on this type of treatments. And now people are coming to us because of that, because this is the only source that we know online where you can find all this information very well organized, and so on. So this is something that we're very proud of. And voltaicplasma.com is now just 2 years old, and we're keeping updating the website and making it larger and bigger and better. So what you're seeing today, if you're just watching this video, it's not going to be what you'll see later on or at the time that you watch this video, because we keep refreshing the website, making it larger, and according to the users who are cosmetic clinics who use plasma devices for aesthetic purposes. And so once again, oh, this is the after pictures. You can one of the many after pictures that we have, and there's another close-up of the after picture, and another close-up of the left eye. And at the end of the video, we're going to show you the before and afters compared. It's only random pictures that we have chosen, but you're going to see a comparison at the end of the video, so you can just skip the 30-minute training video and go directly to the end if you want, whenever you like, but you'll find loads of information being given during this footage. So enjoy this video, and we'll find you again at the end of the video for the commentary of the before and after. Said that the distance between the spots is also important, so you see that the distance I'm applying is quite short, but I can get away with it because it's very low power level and I'm not keeping the spots for too long. So it's classed as a medium, a low medium intensity treatment. So as you see, the wrinkle is there, so I'm not inside it, I'm at the border of the wrinkle, and then yes, and then I'm going to be working at the other border. The spots have to be placed as randomly as possible. So you see, it's quite a simple technique, and it's preferred versus the spray technique because you can see where you have already treated the area, whereas and how much of the area you've treated, because then if you look at the spot, then you have an idea of how the ablation was carried out. Is it still okay?
Yes. Stinks.
Yes. It's the sublimation, as they say it in the UK, which is the carbonization effect. So I'm going to move down. So as you see, removing the topical anesthetic in stages. So by the time I get there, if I removed it all, by the time I am there, the area is not going to be numb. So I can operate in complete comfort, and she's also comfortable because the topical anesthetic is still having its effects, still effective. So whereas a good number of times, especially at the beginning, even I removed the topical anesthetic altogether, and then by the time I was finishing the treatment, the area wasn't numb anymore, and therefore made it difficult. It's just a technique that I've learned by performing these treatments, and I think is very useful. So as you see, that small flame, the plasma is very, very, very small, very small. Some people are able to have this treatment done even without using any topical anesthetic. So just beautiful. So I'm removing a little bit more, and then I'm moving down. And this is classed again medium, low medium intensity treatment. And one of the things that you can recognize it from is that by the very, very small flame, which is very, very small. You can almost you can almost see it. And then you carry on. There's reaching the border of the wrinkle.
Hoi. Oh, dat is goed. Oh ja, beter. Eigenlijk.
And
Ja.
moving on the other border of the wrinkle. you're still applying the spots
Yeah.
randomly. I can leave them for slightly longer if I wish, but it's in the region at the moment between a quarter of a second and half a second. So in other cases we have applied the spots with the device set at 10 or 12, but for skin tightening it's better to start using the device at level 1 with 3 batteries, but then as you get confidence you can increase the power setting. So moving down, so still applying the spots in randomly between the wrinkles.
Every millimeter?
At the moment, yes, is approximately one millimeter. Some the distance between some of them is also 2 millimeters approximately. It doesn't need to be, what do you call it, precise. It doesn't need to be precise, just approximately be fine. But then when you see your video online, then you have an appreciation of how it's being carried out. So again, remember the principle. We are applying heat onto the skin. That's what we're doing. So, and since the spots are quite close, the tightening is going to take place. Is it still comfortable?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. If you're not, let me know. So I'm still moving towards your eye bags. See, the front is very, very, very small. Keeping it for a quarter of a second or so. Keep it a bit longer. Come around, keep it for a couple of seconds, so to speak. And now, can you open your eyes for me? Okay, good. I'm going to remove it from here. Okay. I'm going to remove the topical anesthetic from right. Okay. I'm going to pull your skin to try and reach the eye bags. Okay, from the eye bags, and try to treat all the lines. Still comfortable? Mm-hmm. It's not too painful?
Mm-hmm.
Can you open your eyes again, please? Good. A bit here. I'll remove it completely now.
Ja.
We're almost finished. Okay.
Ja.
It's beautiful.
De kleur ook. Het gezicht, zie je, is mooi, duidelijk. Op de film was zo. Ja.
Dus je hebt een extra gehad.
Ja.
Dat dit
We're almost
Ja,
finished.
ja.
koolstof is veel.
Ja.
De werkzaamheid is precies.
So
Ja,
the
ja,
distance between the spots is in the region
Ja,
approximately
Welke
1
stand gebruik
millimeter.
je wanneer dan? Wanneer gebruik je één of wanneer gebruik je
Duration
de
a quarter of a second to half a second.
Een
Level
boekwerkje en het staat ook op
setting of the
Okay.
device, level 1,
Okay.
3 battery configuration.
print ik het uit.
Ja, ja.
Maar in het begin
And this is classed as medium, low
Ja, ja.
medium intensity treatment.
Ja, ja. Ja, ja.
If, for example, I've asked you to keep your eyes open at the moment, this one could be a bit troublesome. It'd be better to keep your eyes open,
Yeah.
but let's not try not to do it. I'll try not to do it this time. I've tried on before with the eyes open, but the problem is the smoke is going to bother your eyes.
Ja, ja.
So if I just pull the skin, it'd be more comfortable for you. See that?
En wat mij ook tussen
But
doet, is
ideally,
even laten zien
you want to
dat
have your eyes
Yeah, yeah.
open. So if you're doing this
Kijk,
treatment,
op dit moment.
get a
Yeah.
smoking extractor or smoking evacuator would
Geen
be
vriendelijke om mensen
easier.
te zeggen, is genoeg.
Ja, precies. Precies.
Nog iets.
Precies.
and then carry on.
Maar dat heb je ook gezien,
The
we
other
hebben altijd
side of the
spiegel bij
last
de hand.
one.
Ja, ja.
That's it, almost there. So what we'll see at the end is that if we wait for half an hour here, then the area is going to start to become red. It's due to the heat,
Dat hij ook niet doet, dit is weg.
Um,
Geef iemand een koep, een aspect.
the fact that heat has been
Yeah.
given up. It's a bit more painful because they are having put a lot of anesthetic, so
Ja.
I'll try to be quick. Please bear with me.
In Engeland doen ze
Is it
dit
very
bij
painful? I'll stop if it's too painful, okay?
heel goed voor de zwelling.
Ja, precies.
Staat ook in de achterkant.
Ja, ja.
Okay. Too painful, yes. Okay.
Iedereen heeft er ook Robert dit verschrikkelijk voor.
Ja, ja.
Okay, just do it.
Hoe zijn jullie daarbij gekomen? Hoe hebben jullie dit ontdekt?
Ik heb het ontdekt op de ene of andere
Ja, ja,
manier.
ja.
Al een jaar geleden.
Ja, ja.
We waren de tweede in Nederland die met luchtse mocht.
Ja, ja.
Maar dat heb ik wel spijt van. Maar goed,
Just finishing off, making sure
dat
that
was een enorme
are
investering.
covered as much as possible.
20.000
Hallo.
Any
Moet
empty
je heel
spot,
erg
I'm
lang
trying to
hebben
cover
om
it.
dat uithalen natuurlijk.
Lang genoeg.
This is not
Mensen in
necessary.
het begin, je weet hoe mensen zijn, die zeggen niet.
And then the lines
Ja.
being treated in between. So
Ja, ja.
Nu is het bekend geworden.
Tuurlijk. Tuurlijk.
just finishing off, just looking around,
Ja.
covering in the spot that I think is good to cover.
3 mensen, want dit was natuurlijk voor die gratis dingen uitgenodigd.
Almost finished with the
En die zagen me nu bezig, daar was met me bezig.
left lower eyelid.
Hier over een tijdje.
Open your eyes, please.
Ik krijg het gratis.
Ja, daarom.
Mag je het uitdrukken?
Close your eyes again, please.
Hallo.
Dat is de enige
Dubbeltje op de eerste.
Finished.
trainingsprogramma op
You
staan.
Ja,
can
ja.
watch the video later on when we
Met
publish it.
nadelen.
Ze begint naast de rimpel, dus niet op de rimpel, maar
Je mag
daarnaast.
nooit in de
Want-
rimpel.
nee,
je
nee,
gaat
daarnaast.
de
Keeping
rimpel.
the power level
Anders maak
the
je de
same.
rimpel
Ja,
dieper.
precies.
Want je krimpt de huid omheen.
Ja.
Dus je trekt de
Ja,
rimpel
ja, ja,
uit elkaar
Ja.
eigenlijk.
ja,
Je trekt hem.
ja. Ik ben spectaculair.
Spots
Doe
are
dat,
quite close
hè?
together.
De huidvezels,
Spectaculair,
de
hè?
huidvezels krimp je. Hè?
Ja,
Dus als je in de rimpel
To
zit,
clean
dan
the
ja,
tip.
dieper.
ja, wordt te dieper, ja.
Ja.
The tip of the
Nooit in de
Spectaculair
rimpel.
dit, hè.
of the needle because you get some carbon residues
We
there.
werken allemaal met een kromme naald.
Ja.
Een rechte naald. Niet te vast.
Ja, nee,
Dus
precies.
te ver over. En
Werkt,
dan
werkt makkelijk.
ga je trillen over.
Some people
Ja, ja.
increase the power level and apply the spots for a bit longer,
Ja, hoe hoor je het dan
but
eens?
keep the spots a bit further apart. That's good as well. At the moment I prefer this, so just to show you also that the intensity of the treatment can be increased
Je ziet
by
veel minder koolstof.
decreasing the distance between the spots.
Je
So
mag
at the
het
moment
echt wel bij een,
the spots are quite
patiënt
dense,
gaan
densely
Als mensen
Ja, ja.
applied. So once again,
Spectaculair, die behandeling.
I can increase the power intensity and
degene die dat weer ontwikkeld heeft.
Nou,
get the spots a bit further apart, keeping the
Dit is
intensity
meestal
pretty
de
much
of die markt.
ja,
the same
ja.
level to what we're applying now.
Skinpens en dat soort dingen zijn allemaal tussen 6.000 en 8.000 euro.
So I'm going to clean the tip of the needle. How are you feeling?
Okay.
So still pain level 3?
Yes.
Good. Carry on. I'm almost reaching the area where the topical numbing cream is still there. So let's say I'm 1/3 of the way. And
Ja.
I've reached the border of topical anesthetic. I'm just about to start any movement. very smoky at the moment. So if you weren't smoking, now you are. Beautiful. I'm going to remove a bit. Just stay there, don't move, it's fine. I'm going to remove a bit of the topical anesthetic. And I'm going to start working on the area. Just the one adjacent to the area that we just treated. So carry on. That's it, carry on. So always between the lines. So one trick is to increase the power level and work more quickly. I prefer it doing it that way is just to give you an example of how you can also do it at low, medium intensity. And the trick again, we're using a very, very low power setting. This way, the long-term skin recovery time should be much less than it would otherwise be. You're still going to get results, but it's better to split this treatment into a number of them. And then you can always try to get better results over time. I would say the next treatment should be minimum after 2 months. So we are in March, end of March, April, May, June. But remember that if you do a treatment in June, then we're in the summer, so it'd be a bit troublesome to avoid sun exposure. So sort of treatments are better carried out in the winter, or especially in autumn, because you have plenty of time in the winter and the sun is not very strong in the winter time in Europe. So
Zo bij een huidkliniek of zoiets, een dermatologische kliniek in de eentje.
En dan misschien 10 in Nederland, nu
ja.
Kijk, krijg je nu ook een aanvraag van arts.
Yes, I can.
Die geven geen ook niet 14.000 euro over allemaal liggen.
Dan moet je iemand nog een hele dag in de praktijk hebben die zoiets gaat doen, dan haal je het er niet uit.
Ja,
zeker.
Painful, yes. So. So between 1 to 10? 7.
Wij vragen 300. Wil jij checken?
Ja, precies.
Increased.
Ja, nee, precies. Ja.
Kun je alleen maar zeggen.
Ja,
precies. Ja.
Just over half the treatment.
Marianne heeft gezien.
Over half.
Ja.
Ik vind niet op 55 per oog.
Ja.
Of hoog.
Ja.
Ik krijg geen klant op.
Wat kost dat voor die groep?
Is it still 7?
It's okay.
Ja,
That's
mijn
better.
vriendin.
I think it's because I'm moving to an area where the topical anesthetic was applied for quite long, so just going over the area again, make sure. Some vacant spots are filled, but that's not extremely important. So beautiful. Got to remove. Can you open your eyes, please? Move that way from top to bottom to make sure that you're not going to have any residues in your eyes, and that's the best way to remove it.
Yeah.
So move away from
Maar dat
the
krijg je vaak niet in één keer
the
gedaan.
topical anesthetic. I'm going to carry on now quite quickly because I've removed a lot of it, so
Nee, precies. We zijn dat echt.
try to be as quick as possible, keeping the blood level constant.
Ja,
Dus het beperkt ze nog niet. 3 weken doen ze het.
Ja.
So just a matter of concentration, carrying on, remember that in order to have confidence in using these devices, it's always better to practice on the test meet. You're able to generate the spark quite easily. I've got a steady hand, that helps. I've done these treatments for many times, so that helps as well. So the more you practice, the better. At the beginning, it's always good to practice on the test meet. Practice, I'll say, at least half an hour. So that you become proficient in generating the devices set in minimum power level. And why is that with 7 or 5? 4. We're almost finished. Let's say we are 3/4 into the treatment. There's a nice line. Just trying to whole areas of pulling your skin. It may be a bit painful here because I don't think I put a lot of topical numbing probably.
Loopt niet zo goed, kun je toch niet, maar dat weet ik van tevoren nooit.
Just carry on.
Kijk, wij hebben een pinapparaat, dus
ja.
Oei.
Makkelijk als contant.
So keep carrying on. We're over 3/4 of the area now. And as you carry out these treatments, you have to keep your concentration levels high. It's just again, because you have to produce the arc. It's not always easy to generate, given the fact that the power level is so low. Some people struggle to generate it, so this is, once again, a reason for you to practice on the test meet. Okay. I'm going to clean the tip of the needle again. Just take off the carbon residues.
Hier is niks mee te verantwoorden, behalve een flesje dit.
Ja, lepels, dan kun je zo op het kruidvat krijgen, hè. Dan hoef je niet voor een medische zaak, hè.
Dat is bij ons. Waarom? Zo wanneer ik een apparaat heb teruggehouden.
Ja.
Almost finished. Trying to see properly. Yes, almost there.
Wij verkopen er nog wat crèmes bij.
Ja, precies.
De SPF.
Ja.
Just finishing off. I know you're not ready to take off the stand, so
Maar als je ermee gaat werken, kan je die gewoon in koop krijgen.
taking off the last part of the topical anesthetic, and we're almost finished.
Ja.
We're almost finished.
Je ziet het veel minder heftig.
Ja. Als de beroep blijft is een eng idee om het ook te doen.
Step 2, 8 at the moment, so try again. Okay, that's easier now. So I'll keep the arc on less. I can see the arc is quite evident.
Zijn die jongens die terras wat leggen zijn? Sorry voor zo.
How's pain?
0.
0. You cannot feel any pain.
No.
Beautiful. That's the magic of this topical anesthetic. So I'm going to almost finished. Here is a bit troublesome. Yes. Almost finished. Okay.
Wat zeg je?
Heeft hij snel gedaan?
Almost finished.
Half
Ja, nu
uurtje.
doet hij het nog helaas.
Ja.
ook niet.
Ja, is finished.
Zo'n 15 tot 20 mensen.
Ja, ja.
Almost finished.
Gaat echt pikken.
And the good thing about increasing the power level is that it makes it much easier for the operator. Just a second. We're almost there. Finishing off the corner, the inner corner of your eye, lower eyelid.
Why do you higher
It's because it was very difficult for me. It's just that I've been keeping concentration high for too long already. When you have the device at low power level, you can still generate the arc, but it's much harder. So I was reaching the point where getting a bit too tired keeping that, and so I've increased it to 8. But we're finished already, so look. Okay, just a little bit here. Keep your eyes closed.
Ook al vervelend, 8 spiegels.
That's the pain level. What number?
Zo zijn we toch gewend.
Yes, it's beautiful. Beautiful. We're finished. It's fine. Bay gel.
Nou, kan ik eventjes niet begrijpen. Oh ja, oh netjes. Waarom die nou, want dat miste ik nou.
Ja.
It's a new product, and it's a soothing product at the moment, and also it will help with avoiding too much swelling. You shouldn't have as much swelling anyway, because we're on the lower eyelid. So.
Beeldig, hè? Ja. Kerstmannetje. Ja, dat moet je, wij gaan het niet gebruiken, maar dat moet je straks zelf weten. Of je dit ook voor je kanten wil gebruiken. Hartstikke duur.
Wat doet hij nou dan?
Het is hyaluronzuur.
Ja.
Dat met een ander, met bisabolol gemengd wordt.
Ja.
En dat doet hij erop.
A temporary effect. Okay, so when you do it, one of the marketing tricks that people are using is that, oh look, the lines are not there anymore. The point is, at the moment, the skin is traumatized because of the burn, and therefore it's harder. It doesn't mean that the wrinkles have disappeared. It means that it's actually traumatized, and it's also dehydrated slightly. So this is the effect. But then the wrinkles will still be there, but will be slightly less visible, and after every treatment they'll be less visible. If you have
She
very
had a
long,
treatment here.
yes, I know, 2 weeks ago. If you have deep lines, it's not as if this treatment will fill the gap. It doesn't, but it will pull between the lines slightly, and after a number of treatments, you will see the results. But it's never going to be the same as a what do you call it, as surgery, as pulling your skin using surgery. It's not the same, but the results
very
are
natural.
good. Yes, it's
very
a more
natural.
natural, but it's
You
less
keep your
dramatic.
expression
Yes,
with
also.
this.
But it's less dramatic,
Yes,
so
yes.
that's the thing I'm trying to point out. The results are there eventually, but less dramatic as surgery.
Dat in de biodetect.
So these are 2 sterile syringes. I've opened them.
Ja, wat je dus dan doet, je koppelt ze aan elkaar.
Ja.
This is the growth factor, and there is a
Explain it in
gel.
Dutch.
Yes, and this is the
En wat je doet is, je haalt de lucht eruit, erin en dan mix je ze.
Mix je zich, ja.
En dan gooi je hem in de grootste spuit.
Just a second.
In het
effective.
Kom hier.
What's the effect of that?
Kom hier. Soothing.
Both
It's
products?
soothing the skin. So this is the tube you put in between.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yeah, you can mix it
shows
on
it.
that way. Yeah.
Yes, and you mix it here. It's all sterile. Let's see if I can get it here. Sterile. And then you mix it there and then. The point is mixing it here is because if it's pre-mixed, it's not stable.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you do this a number of times.
But why do you use it?
Om te
It's
kalmeren.
for what do you call it? Soothing the area.
Calming
Of,
the
calming the area
Okay.
and soothing it. Especially for upper eyelid tightening, can reduce the swelling.
Okay.
Maar dat moet je gaan incalculeren als je je prijs hebt. Dat ik bedoel, ik vind het kostbaar worden.
Beautiful. And then
Je gebruikt
Jij
niet
doet,
de hele...
en jij doet alleen die
take
bijen.
off the.
Nou, wat wij doen daarna is meteen het ijs erop. Want dan zetten mensen meestal even niet even
You
10
can
minuutjes
use
of met een
Ja,
brilletje
ja,
of wat dan
ja.
ook. Net wat jij
Ja,
doet.
ja.
En dan doen we de BE erop, die
Ja.
kalmerende. En dan voordat ze de deur uit gaan, de SPF.
Oké.
Ja,
En dat is het.
ja, precies.
Dit is natuurlijk een verhaal. Kost je iedere keer heel veel centjes. Je gebruikt wel niet de hele ampul. Maar ik vind het kostbaar worden.
So how does it feel?
Dat is oké.
Maar dan kan je ook dus die ik je gegeven heb, die professionele crème, weet je wel, die kan je er ook op smeren. Die doet dus precies hetzelfde.
Ja,
Die zit gewoon bij de kit.
ja.
En we zetten mensen echt vaak, die zeggen echt, oh brand en brand, zetten we ze echt even met ijs.
Ja,
neer.
ja, ja, ja.
Ik vind dat vriendelijk.
Ja, ja, precies.
Toch?
Nazorg is ook belangrijk. Hè.
Heel belangrijk. Ook het stukje extra wat je aan
Ja,
mensen
zeker.
geeft. Die kan je ook niet te zakelijk opstellen.
Nee,
Ik vind dat mensen veel centjes uitgeven en het hoort er gewoon allemaal bij.
ja, ja.
I'm not done.
Ik moet mond-op-mond reclame krijgen, hè. Dat mensen ook terugkomen en het vonden en dan vind ik wat.
Dat geeft
Beautiful.
heel
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And here we're just commenting on a comparison between the before and after pictures. These we have taken just randomly some pictures from the befores that we've taken and randomly some pictures from the afters that we have received from this particular model. And the results are quite consistent across the board. As I say, we can appreciate a good reduction in the visibility of the periorbital wrinkles on the lower eyelid area. So the results are quite good and are quite consistent across the board according to all the pictures that we have, both before and after. Some of the afters are not very high resolution, however, we have had a look at a number of them and the results seem quite consistent across the board. So this is the end of the video. We hope that you found it useful. If you have any question, please let us know. You can contact us using WhatsApp, over the phone, email, etc. So thank you very much for watching.